Now, a new domestic violence helpline has received over 200 calls in 4 days. It was launched by the National Shelter Movement of South Africa. Just 24 hours later, a victim of abuse was taken to a place of safety. The toll-free helpline is monitored by 3 social workers and is based at the Sarkibatman Center in Athlone in Cape Town. The organization's director, Bernadine Bachar, joins us now via Zoom. Thank you so much, Bernadine, for spending some time with us. Why the need to set up this helpline in the first place?
Good evening, Tony. Yes, Tony, it has always been a goal of the National Movement of South Africa, Shelter Movement of South Africa, to have a toll-free, dedicated helpline for women survivors that were looking to come into shelters. But it became patently obvious during particularly level 5 of the lockdown that we needed to get out there to assist survivors, not only to get into shelters, but also to assist them with the information that they would need about getting protection orders or getting help from the South African police services.
So who's manning the lines?
We have 3 registered social workers at the moment, but based on the volume of calls that are coming in, we're starting to source additional funding to actually have more social workers that will be assisting us.
When a person calls in for assistance, obviously they're different, they're in many different scenarios. How far can you assist? We know, just as I introduced this interview, we did say you helped somebody from a perilous situation and took them to safety. How far do you go?
Right, so the typical calls that we're getting is women that are looking to get their protection orders, so we would assist them, we would give them the information to get those. Obviously, women that wanting to know what sort of services are rendered by shelters, where their nearest shelters are. Within 24 hours of the helpline opening, as you said, we had a woman that was in a dangerous situation. We had to get her out that night. Our social workers helped her to get out onto the streets, and we actually sent an Uber. We have a partnership with Uber to go pick her up and get her into a shelter in the early hours of the morning.
Are you working with the Western Cape government?
We're not as yet. We will be having meetings with all the relevant stakeholders early in the new year. We haven't been able to do it because of this festive season and everybody being busy.
You're also working with shelters, I would assume, as well.
Yes, absolutely. So the National Shelter Movement comprises some 100 shelters in South Africa, and we're working with them daily, getting their bed spaces from them and making sure that women are getting to safety.
Okay, we have those contact details up, how to contact the National Shelter Helpline there, the toll-free. So this is a toll-free line, runs 24 hours, manned by social workers on the other end. Thank you so much, Bernadine, for speaking with us. That's the organization's director there, Bernadine Bachar, with that new domestic violence helpline that received over 200 calls in just a matter of 4 days.